everybody, welcome to another video for simonsaysstamp.com. Today I'm going to be using the stamp set from the July 2013 card kit. This is Cupcake Party, and I'm going to show you how you can do some layered stamping so that you can customize the cupcake and things like that. I'm going to be making a small 3x3 card that could go on top of a birthday gift, since this is sort of a little bit of a happy birthday stamp set. So I'm taking this piece of Neenah Solar White cardstock, and I cut it to 6 inches wide by 3 inches tall, and I'm just going to score it at 3 inches. And this little card will fit inside our small envelope die when you make an envelope, and I'll show you how to make that in a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to open this up again. I'm going to take this large polka dot circle, and I'm going to be stamping that in the center of the front of the card. I'm going to be using a bunch of Hero Art shadow inks today, and the first one I'm using is Soft Pool. Alright, I'm going to get this in the center of that 3x3 card. And it's a really good idea to use a stamp press or something that will give you a lot of give just to stamp this circle, because it's really big and solid. There we go. So I have that polka dot circle. Now I've moved that to the side. I'm going to do some more stamping on this Neenah Solar White. I'm going to be using the different cupcake pieces now. I'm going to start with the little cupcake wrapper, and I'm going to be stamping that in Hero Art's Cupo Joe Mid-Tone Shadow ink. In fact, since I've got a spot that didn't really stamp, I'm going to stamp that one more time. I've got room on this. There we go. Next I'll stamp the little piece that's the actual cake part of the cupcake, and I'm going to be using Hero Art's Soft Brown shadow ink for that. Just like that. The next thing I'm going to do is the frosting. And when you're going to be doing this frosting and layering the stamping, you're going to want to use 2 different colors, one lighter than the other. So I'm using Soft Pink and Bubblegum Pink. They're both shadow inks from Hero Arts. So the first one I'm going to be stamping is Soft Pink. Alright, it's a little splotchy like some shadow inks are. I'm going to let that dry a little bit while I clean off my stamp, and that'll start to fill in a little bit. While I let that dry, I'm going to come over to my card, and it's going to be folded like this, and I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to stamp the happy birthday sentiment on the inside. For the inside sentiment, I'm going to be using VersaFine Black Onyx ink. Alright, so there's the inside of the card, and the front looks like that so far. Alright, some of that splotchiness is filling in. It'll fill in even more as it continues to dry. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the other part of the little swirl, and this time I'll be using the bubblegum ink. This is a little bit of a darker, more intense pink. Alright, I'm going to take some of these little stars that are on the stamp set, and I'm going to be stamping them in Pale Tomato or Orange Soda. So I'll start with Pale Tomato. I'll just do a little star. Alright, now I'm going to take some May Arts twine. This doesn't come in the kit, but I wanted to put some little twine around the cupcake. Alright, in order to make the twine hold a little bit better, I'm just going to put a little tiny notch on the side of the cupcake, on each side, and that's just going to give somewhere for the twine to sort of settle into so that it doesn't move around. Alright, and I'm just going to hold that together while I put a foam square on the back. That's going to hold that in place as well. I'll do 2 foam squares, one on top and one on bottom. And then I can come and adhere this straight down onto the card. Just like that, and that'll give me an anchor to tie the bow. To make that twine stay, I've taken a little glue dot and I've kind of rolled it a little bit. Put it on the edge of my scissors, and I'm just going to put that right underneath where the bow is. And then I can kind of squish it down, and that's going to hold that bow in place. Taking my We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper, I'm going to use the 1/4 inch rounder, and I'm just going to round the edges. And then I'm taking a 0.3 Cupcake multiliner, and I'm going to add some dashed lines around the edge. I'm taking some Stardust stickles, and I'm going to add that to the stars. And I want to make sure it's a little bit more precise, so I'm going to put the stickles on some scratch paper. And then I'll be using a really small brush to apply it. Alright, and while that glitter dries, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that envelope. So I have some pattern paper. This is a pattern paper that comes in the kit. So I have the pattern paper right here. And then I have my small envelope die from Simon Says Stamp. And I'm just putting that between my 2 cutting plates and put it on 2 tabs, and I'll just run that through. And that cuts and scores the envelope. So I have the envelope ready. You can see those score lines. I'm just going to use a little bit of Tombow Mono Multi Glue, and I'm just going to run a little bit of adhesive right along the bottom flap. And I can fold that up. And I'm just going to hold that for just a minute or 2. That's really going to hold the envelope together. Alright, so now I can take my little cupcake card, and I can slide this into the envelope. Just like that, for a little to go on top of a gift. So there's the envelope and the little card. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.